and welcome to episode 26 of Series 3 of Master League Story Mode. Those of you who've been following this series will know that we're on the cusp of Bristol City under Ian Holloway starting their Premier League campaign. How exciting is that going to be? First time for Bristol City in the Premier League. It's a first for the Southwest as well, I believe. Depends where you define the Southwest as. Anyway, thank you to all of you who commented on the last episode. We had a lot of transfers to look at. We've got a good few lined up. And a lot of you are very vocal about your opinions on who we should and shouldn't sign. Let's kind of have a look at the negotiations before we get going. First of all, let's have a reminder of who we can sell. Mika, obviously we're not selling. Magnusson, he stays where he is. Rossiter, he looks to be a really exciting young player. Libor Kozak, yes, he's definitely on the way out. No question about that. No bids in for any of these two. Now, Lee Tomlin, this is an interesting one. We've got him transfer listed. We've basically said any offers at all, bring him in. But he doesn't seem to have any offers coming in for him, which is a little bit concerning. And I know that Stephen Lansdowne, Bristol City chairman, he recently had a chat with Ian Holloway about why that was. And we can go and have a little look at that now. Hi, Ian. Thanks for coming in. Just need to talk to you about Lee Tomlin. Bit concerned that we've not had any bids for him. Would really like to get rid of him in this window, as you know. Yeah. Right, this is an odd one. Worst thing happened, though. You couldn't believe it. Honestly, the luck here. Greggs has basically opened up the biggest Greggs shop in the Southwest, opposite Ashton Gate. And, Arley's been in there every day, bless him. He's got a bit of an addiction. It's tricky for him, and obviously it's tricky for us. That he's actually taken the odd step of issuing a don't come and get me plea to all the clubs that are possibly interested in him. So it's a bit tough. He's even been tweeting about him. He's really smitten. Yeah, so tough times here at Bristol City. Let's shed some light on why we can't quite get rid of Lee Tomlin. That must be it. It's the only explanation. Why would no one want to buy him? Anyway, moving on. Goldborn, we're definitely going to get rid of him. We're going to bring in a defensive player who can play in his position, hopefully, and along the back. Engvall, that's a tough one. Fans' favourite. Got a few Cubs coming in for him. Birmingham City interested. That's a one. Reading and Cardiff as well. Looking for his signature. Probably going to let him go. Cherie's the tricky one. 5.8 million for a 29-year-old. That's not really something we would often turn down in Master League Story Mode. That's a lot of money for a player that's not getting any better. Although he can still do a job. He's still got the explosive power and the speed that make him difficult to play against with 85 body control as well. So unless we can find something significantly better, we'll probably keep him. Let's go back now to the players that we've been looking at. Okay, so I've sort of tallied up roughly your guys' opinions in the comments, and the main front runners, although he's not in here, is Nigel Robertha. It's the free transfer striker that we've been looking at. I think we're going to definitely take him on. Kakarot, one of the most prolific commenters on this channel, he pointed out that we very quickly scanned over the Dutch 20-year-old free transfer of Kenneth Paal, who can play attacking midfield, central midfield. He's really quick. I passed over him because his low passing and his finishing are so low. But he's a good option as an attacking midfielder for a free transfer as well. We've also got De Jong, possibly putting a bid for him. At only 20 years old, the Ajax youngster looks like he's got potential to improve. I think that's more likely who we're going to go for. But I think in terms of the free transfer, we're going to use our free transfer on Robertha. So after Robertha, who was the one we wanted to sign, a lot of people interested in McNair. I'm having some reservations about him. I think he would be good. I'm going to keep him as a possibility. I'm not going to end negotiations with him. If we can 5 million, that's good. But I actually probably would prefer Aidan Flint to start, just because in terms of defensive prowess, ball winning, and actually speed and strength, Aidan Flint is the better player. McNair, definitely an all-round better player, more of a footballer, but that's not necessarily what we need. A lot of you big fans of going for both Mings and Friday. Those are the two that I think are definite signings for me. Both just over 3 million. I'm going to try and renegotiate with Mings. Try and get a little bit of cash off. That will definitely make my mind up. If we don't get him, we don't get him and we go in for McNair. But if we do, then I think Mings, who can play at centre-back, but also left and right-back, crucially, would be great cover for us. Fred Friday. Not only does he have an incredibly cool name, but he is a beast. Look at that. Speed, explosive power, and physical contact. All 83 and above. 75 finishing. He's only 22 years old, and he's got the player skills, long-range drive, acrobatic finishing, and first-time shot. Those are big, big skills to have in a striker. Dicko did not come off so well, really, and I think that's down to maybe the 1.6 million transfer fee and then 5.4 option to buy. That's never going to happen, is it? The thing with Dicko is we know that he's good. We know that he's going to get us goals. His pace will get us goals, no doubt about that. But as a long-term option, he's going to keep players like Friday, when we sign him, and Roberta out of the squad. And it's definitely become apparent now that with the overall rating caps that we need to be developing young players because, next season we're only going to be able to look at 76 overall rated. And I think Friday could be better than that before that happens, before the end of that season, definitely. So better to improve him rather than go for a short-term fix in Dicko. So, controversially maybe, and to free up a bit of space, I'm going to end that. We're not having Dicko back. A lot of you agreed with that. Kakarot surprisingly didn't. And a couple of you didn't, but he only got really 2, maybe 3 max votes out of all of you. So we're going to turn him down. Cousins as well, he didn't come out too well from your opinions, so we're going to say no to him. I had a feeling we wouldn't go with him. And then we're going to make these signings. I think Friday we're going to make first signing in the books, on the books, in the bag, in a big bag, a big Fred Friday shaped bag. Oh, I'm really looking forward to him. He's going to be an absolute unit. I can feel that. He's going to be the goal poacher that we need to replace Dicko. I'm happy with that. He's so quick as well, but so strong. Such great body control. Decent in the air. He's got it all, really. He's got it all. Except for passing, but we'll allow that. So, yeah, let's keep cracking on. So Fred Friday's joined up, and the scouting report is back. Anything good in here? Gustafsson, he'd be great, but he's out of our range. Let's take a look at De Jong. We've definitely got to go back in for Davis as well. He came out very positively in all of your thoughts, so we definitely want to put a bid in for him. And let's get Roberta signed, sealed, delivered. We don't want to be missing out on him. Definitely want to tie him down. The 19-year-old, he's got so much room to improve, and it's a free transfer. You just can't turn that down. Let's keep moving. Okay, Mings has updated the transfer negotiations. That's great. We should be able to get him at a real cut price. Bargain basement price. Let's have a look. 2.8. That'll do nicely. Knocked 400,000 off there, which is great. We're going to have to sell. Oh, Jeff Goldborn. Wow, he was good for us, but 29-year-old is not getting any better. Oh, snap your hand off for 3.7 million. And that easily covers the Mings transfer, so we'll get that done. Tyrone's coming in. Yes. Good stuff. Ah, Davis has broken down. That's a shame. We really would like to sign him. Mings has come in and we can deal with De Jong and Roberta right now. I think Roberta, we know what's happening there. Snap him up, 252,000. Nice low salary as well. That's great to see. Now De Jong, what are they after? 3.2 for De Jong. Yeah, he'd be really good cover. Attacking midfield, central midfield. Let's compare him to Davis though. You can see that Davis, if we look at the little shape thing, you can see that physically, defensively, Davis is the better player. But for the price, well, we can't sign Davis at the moment anyway. We do have a loan transfer, though, to look at. We could maybe go for a loan for Davis. Which wouldn't be the worst idea ever. Let's see if we can negotiate with De Jong. Looks like we can. Excellent. Okay, so Roberta's on board and De Jong, we're negotiating. That's good. That's good. Let's take a look. How much do they want for him? 2.6. Absolute bargain. Let's take a look at the side now. Let's see how we're lining up. We've not got many players, let's be honest. Kozak, we need to sell him, really. I don't know what he's still doing in there. For me, it's got to be Friday and Tammy at the moment. Maybe Nigel. Let's see how Nigel and Tammy rank against each other. Tammy the better finisher, but only by a little bit. Tammy much better in the air. Roberta struggles with headers, and that could be an issue for us. But Roberta is stronger. Definitely stronger. Well, no. Not stronger, but better body control. He's quicker. More explosive. But I think he's a good impact sub. I'm happy to start Tammy and have Freddie and Tammy up front. So at the moment we're keeping Cherie, which means that we're covered for second striker replacements. Cherie pops in there easily instead of Dowell. And then if we've got De Jong or Davis as cover at central midfield, then we're looking pretty good. We could maybe keep Engvall even. Don't need him though. And then we've got Mings. Excellent. How's he right back? 69 rated right back. That's fine for cover. Oh, 67 at centre back. That's disappointing, I have to say. Maybe McNair is going to be necessary then. And he comes in at 72 at left back. That's a shame, but we did get him so cheaply, so I can't really complain too much there. We're going to have another run at Davis. I think this time on a loan transfer because he would be a really good backup. 2.6 million for De Jong. That's an absolute bargain. We could do that now almost without having to sell any players. I think just to get an idea of where we are cash-wise, I think we're going to have to say goodbye to Libor. Scored some good goals for us actually, but he's surplus to requirements now. And Gustav Engvall, is there much point in having him on the bench with 3 other strikers? Probably not. Kozak didn't get a game as the 4th striker. Don't think Engvall will either. We'll hold off on that though if we can. If we can avoid selling Cherie, that'd be good, but that price, 5.8 million, that's a lot of money. So here we are. We are now ready for Bristol City's Premier League debut. This is incredible. There's Fred Friday there. He's maybe got a debut approaching. That's going to be interesting to see whether he starts. We're away. We're at the Olympic Stadium. What a place to start our Premier League campaign. That's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at the game plan for today. Oh, Tammy's on a downward arrow. Well, we can't start him on that. It means Roberta's coming in to start as well. It's a totally changed front two. Big Nige and Fred. Fred and Nige. What a combo of names that is. Kieran Dowell also on a downward arrow. This is why we need a second striker replacement, because without Dowell, we've got a lot of players who are not really that great at second striker, but Cherie, he slots in there pretty nicely. Roberta can play there as well by the looks of it, which is good. But he's definitely not a passer, whereas at least Cherie can find a pass in that position. Everyone else, we'll start Dowell, even on a downward arrow. Let's get into it. Oh, exciting! So here we are at the Olympic Stadium. It's a new dawn for Bristol City. It's a new dawn for football in the southwest of England. We finally cracked the Premier League under Ian Holloway. Exciting, exciting times here for Bristol City fans. You can almost hear them from the away supporters' end over the sound of West Ham supporters smashing each other in the faces with glass bottles. You can just about hear the Bristol City chants over the sound of West Ham supporters stabbing each other in the eyes. It's a really exciting day here, a historic day for Bristol City. Hopefully we can come out with the 2 new strikers up front, which is not the ideal start. Would have liked to have had Tammy Abraham in there, but it's an unchanged side except for that from the team that absolutely glided to championship success. How are we going to do against a West Ham squad still with Dimitri Payet in it? Bilic versus Holloway. That's an interesting matchup. Let's get into it. So, no changes in tactics, no changes in formation for the Premier League. As he did with Blackpool, Ian Holloway is going to go all guns blazing at this Premier League. No fucking around. Oh, Rossiter nearly winning it back a couple of times there. But now it's Michael Antonio into Faguli. And Marty in with a big tackle. He's still with Faguli and he's won that back really well. And then it's a great turn from Amati to dribble it into the path of Kieran Dowell, one of our best players last season. He finds the ball out to Matthews, who chips it in looking for Fred Friday. Still Friday now, hits it with the left foot. Good effort, coming onto his weaker side. First shot in anger from Fred Friday in the Premier League. This is great pressure early on from Bristol City. Oh, and Friday, the tank, wins that back into Dowell. Can he find the run of anyone? Rossiter into the box. Can he get a shooting chance? He can. Anyone other than Jordan Rossiter we would have really liked in that position. But it's good play again. Friday using his strength to win the ball back. Then Dowell just leaves it as late as he can into Rossiter, but that's a poor effort from Rossiter. Not really where we want to be seeing him. Oh, Friday's won it back again, and now Kieran Dowell. Can he pick the ball through the middle into Friday? He can. Fred Friday. Chiati just about does enough. Clears it desperately out for a corner. What? No. No ball. Back to Chiati. Friday doing well to put the pressure on. Payet turns and finds Corellis out on the left. He's got Matthews with him. He's back inside to Payet. But Marlon Pack, he knows all about winning the ball back. And it's Tupac who ends the half with the ball. But it's no goals so far. We've had all the chances, but it's been pretty even possession-wise, as you can see. Roberta and Friday, they've had their chances, but they've been difficult ones, to be fair. It's Roster had the best chance, but not really the person you want in that position. It's a good ball through to Zaza. Flints across, but Zaza gets away from him. Magnussen now covering. Can't get the ball from Corellis. First shot in anger from West Ham. It's dealt with well by Mika. Finds a Marty making a late run. And Angelino now back into Robertha. Oh, that's not the ball I was looking for, but Dowell still got it. He puts the ball into the box, but it's blocked into the hands of Adrian. We're definitely at a higher level here. I can feel it. The defender's much sharper. That's a good ball, but it's overhit for Gouli. Is he going to get there? He does just about, keeps it in. Rossiter and Angelino with him. Angelino, huge block there. Then he finds Robertha again. Nice feet from Robertha. He keeps it going. Looking for the overlapping run of Angelino, and it's there. Dowell back to Angelino. Now he whips it in. Friday's there with a header. No! Fred! Fred, please. That had to be it. Great work down the left-hand side from Robertha and Angelino. The link up from Dowell just about gets it back to him. And it's a perfectly weighted cross. Friday didn't get it on target. Got to be asking questions there of the new young signing. And Marty battling with Zaza. He wins the header. And now Friday can bring it forward. Into Dowell. Back to Friday. And then he looks to open his legs up here. Fred Friday lays it off to Pack. Into Robertha. Has he stayed onside? He has. Puts it inside. Can't find anyone. I think a defender got a touch to that. Oh, but Payet can't get it away. And now it's Marlon Pack. Oh, he gets away from Noble really well. Puts the ball into the box. Friday tries to get the header on to Kieran Dowell, but he can't find him. Oh, that's a nice ball over the top. But Amati showing great pace and determination to get that back. Pack, Dowell. Can he find Rossiter's run? He can. Looks to slip it through to Robertha. Oh, it's a great challenge. Comes across and cuts that out. So it's two of the old guard coming on now. Engval and Cherie. Engval holding on to his Bristol City career by a thread at the moment. Is he going to remain our fourth choice striker this season? Or will be cashing in? Remains to be seen. Friday, great challenge. Can he put it into Engval? He can. Engval's there. Oh, he's hit the post. First touch of the game for Gustav Engval. And he could have won it here at the Olympic Stadium. Friday's been great at that. He's such a powerful player. And this was a better cross than some of his others. Oh, Gustav. Could have been. What could have been? Oh, Amati. It's huge. Absolutely huge from Daniel Amati. Can he line up the shot? He can. Amati straight into the hands of Adrian. Got to pass it there, Daniel. I can't believe that. Selfishness. It's game over here at the Olympic Stadium. Damn it. Missed chances there from Bristol City. Literally and figuratively. That should have been our first win. And what a historic one it would have been on the first day of the season at the Olympic Stadium against Premier League stalwarts West Ham. I don't think this is going to make for pretty reading. Only 2 shots on target allowed. I think the Rossiter chance and maybe Engvall at the end. But it was that Friday header. That's the real disappointing one. Hopefully he can stamp that inconsistency out of his game because we're putting a lot of pressure on him. Hopefully Tammy Abraham will be back alongside him, who we know is dependable. But yeah, he had a decent debut for Friday. Robertha struggled maybe to get into the game. I feel like he's an impact sub. But Friday, 6.5, not bad. Angelino gets man of the match. Bit disappointed we didn't come away with a win, but still. Good start, a good solid point. So there we go. At least we've had a game now. We can start to maybe think about where our deficiencies in the side are. I think we do need another centre-back. If we can afford McNair, that would be great. A fourth striker? Well, it's not often we're going to have strikers on a downward red arrow, but that was definitely the case there with Abraham. Let's take a look at McNair. Oh, McNair, that's good. His renegotiation has been positive. That's what we wanted to see. What are we looking at here? So we can get Davis on a 1-year loan for 900,000 with a option to buy if we want to for 5.8. McNair for 4.6. That's a good deal, isn't it? And then De Jong for 2.6. Well, I'm going to leave these guys resting for a bit. Maybe something else will come up. Okay, what's the scout got for us now? This is interesting. Just before. Okay, what have we got here? Second striker, Linson. He's quick. Good body control. Passing lets him down though for a second striker. We can't have that. Okay, so the problem that we've got at the moment, I'm going to leave the episode here. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do one more bid, which is this guy, Ruben. We sort of glossed over him, 21-year-old. He's not particularly great at anything, but what he is a pretty much as good player at second striker as Cherie is. And obviously he's nearly 10 years younger. Put in a quick bid for him. So he's an option. I imagine we'll get him for somewhere around 3. It's 2.6 million rated. Probably get him for somewhere around 3 million. Okay, so just before we go, Ruben has come back. The plan with him is, and I quite like the idea of having an American in our team as well. So 3.2 million we can get for him. That'll probably reduce to at least 3 million. So we'll call it 3. So then we get Ruben for 3, 5.6, and then that's 9. It's about 10 million. So basically we need 5 million, which we've got with Cherie. 5.8. So I think we can pretty much definitely do that. So do we sell Cherie and bring in McNair, De Jong and Ruben? I think we'll have enough. Pretty sure we'll have enough, just about. Obviously we lose Cherie. We don't bring in Davis, who everyone likes. Of course, he's a great player. We could bring him in on a loan. So we've got that option as well. Don't think we'll have enough. We might just have enough to bring in all 4 of these. Oh, if we sell Engval, we definitely will. There's no doubt about that. So do we sell Cherie and Engval and then bring in these 4? That's the question I'm ending this episode on. So let me know, as you did with the last, in the comments. That's a good 4. That's a nice 4 players to sign. Davis is a really good all-rounder. McNair, potentially first choice. De Jong, great young backup at attacking and central midfield. And then Ruben, he can play up front. He's decent. Also play at second striker role, which is key. Decent passer. Good ball control, good dribbling. I think he would be a good impact sub as well. Just as good as Cherie, if you ask me. So there we go. That's all we have for today's episode. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think because the next episode will be a transfer window one, I'm not going to be doing a live stream this Friday. So I apologise to you all, but it just doesn't really work because there's a lot of umming and ahhing, looking around that I don't add into these episodes. So it wouldn't really work live, but Friday after that, pretty certain should be live then. So join me then. I'll see you in a bit.